And remember, sometimes the ones who try to break you are the ones who accidentally set you free. Until the next powerful story, keep rising. We see you. We believe in you. Much love. The screen fades to black for a heartbeat. Then soft piano notes return, slower, deeper. Text appears in elegant white cursive. Sophia Vanderbilt, Part 2, The Legacy She Never Asked For. The camera opens on a quiet morning in late spring, 2 years after Ava's 5th birthday. Golden light spills through floor-to-ceiling windows of the Vanderbilt Atlanta estate. Sophia, now 32, stands barefoot in the kitchen, hair in a loose top knot, wearing an oversized linen shirt that once belonged to her father. She's stirring oatmeal while watching the news on the small under-cabinet screen. News anchor, voiceover, and in today's business headlines, Vanderbilt Tech has officially crossed the $80 billion valuation mark after yesterday's blockbuster acquisition of 3 clean energy startups. Analysts are calling it Alexander Vanderbilt's most aggressive move since the 2020s. Sophia smiles faintly, shakes her head. She mutes the TV. Ava, now 7, runs in wearing mismatched unicorn socks and a too big soccer jersey. Ava, Mom. Coach said I can try keeper position today. That means I get to wear the cool gloves. Sophia, laughing, scooping her up. Goalie Ava? The world isn't ready. Eat first, superstar. You can't save penalties on an empty stomach. They eat together at the island, sunlight painting both their faces. This is the new normal. Peaceful. Earned. But peace, as Sophia has learned, is never permanent. Cut to 3 weeks later, a humid Atlanta evening. Sophia is at her nonprofit's new Midtown headquarters, working late on grant proposals. Her phone lights up with an unknown Atlanta number. She hesitates, then answers. Sophia, hello. A woman's voice, young, shaky, southern drawl that's been crying for hours. Silence stretches like cracked glass. Sophia, voice very controlled, what do you want, Leia? Leia, almost whispering, I need help. Not for me. For my son. He's sick. Really sick. Sophia closes her eyes, fingers tightening around the phone. Leia, leukemia. They found it 2 months ago. He's 4.5. We've been fighting insurance, fighting bills. Ethan can't. He's drowning in debt. I know you hate us. I know I deserve it. But I'm begging. He's just a little boy. He doesn't know what we did. Sophia remains silent so long that Leia starts sobbing. Leia, please, just tell me where I can go to get him real treatment. I'll do anything. Clean floors, give plasma, whatever. Just don't let him die because of who his parents are. Sophia, quiet, lethal calm, what's his name? Leia, Noah. Noah James Harrington. Sophia exhales slowly. Sophia, send me the hospital name, the doctor's name, the treatment plan, every bill you have. Text them. Right now. Don't call this number again tonight. Leia, choking, thank you, thank you. Sophia, this isn't forgiveness. This is for a child. Only for him. She hangs up. For almost 2 full minutes, she stares at the dark window, reflection of a woman who thought she was finally done bleeding. Then she dials another number. Sophia, Dad? I need the jet tomorrow morning. And I need you to clear your schedule. We have a situation. Cut to. Next day, private pediatric oncology wing, top children's hospital in Boston. Sophia walks in wearing sunglasses and a baseball cap, Alexander beside her like a quiet storm. Doctors are already waiting, the best pediatric leukemia team in the country, pulled together overnight by Vanderbilt money and influence. A nurse leads them to a glass-walled room. Inside, a tiny boy with almost no hair, hooked to monitors, coloring with crayons. Leia sits beside him, exhausted, wearing the same hoodie for probably 3 days. She sees Sophia and freezes. Noah looks up, curious. Noah, soft, are you a princess? Sophia kneels beside the bed, removes sunglasses. Sophia, gentle smile, no, sweetheart. Just a mommy who knows another really brave boy. Noah, I'm Noah. I have magic blood that's fighting bad guys. That's what mommy says. Sophia, voice thick, your mommy is right. And today some very smart doctors are going to help your magic blood even more. Leia stands, tears streaming. Leia, you came. I didn't think. Sophia, looking at her for the first time. I came for him. Not you. Not Ethan. Him. Alexander, to the head doctor, everything. Best protocol, clinical trials, whatever it takes. No limits. Doctor, we've already started the paperwork for compassionate transfer to our CAR-T program. He's a candidate. Success rates are. Alexander, cutting in. I don't need percentages. I need my grandson to live. The word grandson lands like a grenade. Leia gasps. Sophia turns away, jaw tight. She walks out into the hallway. Alexander follows. Alexander, Lo, you didn't have to bring me. Sophia, he's Ava's half-brother. Whether I like it or not, he's blood. Alexander studies her a long moment. Alexander, you're a better person than I raised you to be. Sophia, bitter laugh, or a bigger fool. Alexander, no. Just a mother. Montage, next 8 months. Noah undergoes treatment in Boston. Sophia visits twice a month, always alone, always brief. Ava starts asking questions. Mommy, why do you go to Boston? Is it work? Sophia, I'm helping a little boy get better. Like how people helped us once. Ethan tries to approach Sophia outside the hospital once. Security blocks him instantly. He looks like a ghost of himself, thin, hollow-eyed, beard patchy. He only manages to whisper, "Thank you, for Noah." Sophia doesn't answer. Doesn't even look at him. Leia slowly changes, starts working as a medical billing assistant, takes night classes. She never asks Sophia for another favor. Ava turns 8. At her birthday party, smaller now, more intimate, she blows out candles and says, "I wish that every kid who's sick gets to be healthy again." Sophia cries silently behind her smile. Then, the turning point. Month 9 of treatment. Noah is in remission. Full remission. Doctors call it remarkable and extraordinary. The day before discharge, Sophia visits one last time. Noah runs to her, hair starting to grow back in soft dark curls. Noah, Sophie. Look. I can jump now. Watch. He jumps. Laughs. Alive. Leia, quietly, they said we can go home next week. Sophia nods. Long silence. Leia, I'm moving to Charlotte. Fresh start. Better hospital network. Better schools. I don't want him to grow up around the mess we made here. Sophia, smart choice. Leia, voice breaking, I know you'll never forgive me. I don't expect it. But I need you to know. I'm sorry. For everything. For standing there that night. For laughing. For thinking I was winning something. Sophia looks at the little boy playing with hospital toy cars. Sophia, raise him right, Leia. That's the only apology that matters now. Leia nods, tears falling. Sophia turns to leave. Noah runs up, hugs her legs. Noah, will I see you again, Sophie? Sophia kneels, cups his face. Sophia, if you ever need me, really need me, your mommy knows how to find me. Okay. Noah, promise. Sophia, soft promise. She kisses his forehead. Then she walks out. No looking back. Cut to. 6 months later, early fall, Ava is 8.5. Sophia's nonprofit has just opened its 12th housing complex, Vanderbilt Rise Communities. At the ribbon cutting, she gives a short speech. Sophia, on stage, voice steady, I used to think strength meant never breaking. Then life broke me anyway. And I learned the truth. The strongest women aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who build something beautiful from the pieces. Crowd applauds. Camera pans to the back row. Alexander stands proud. Ava stands beside him, wearing a tiny version of Sophia's blazer, clapping furiously. Behind them, almost hidden, stands Ethan. He's cleaner now. Working as a project coordinator for a small affordable housing nonprofit, ironically, one that partners with Sophia's organization. He doesn't approach. He just watches. When Sophia finishes speaking, their eyes meet for maybe 3 seconds. No smile. No wave. Just acknowledgement. Then he turns and disappears into the crowd. Final montage, next 18 months. Ava starts middle school, confident, kind, fierce. She wins a citywide essay contest titled, "What Family Means to Me." She writes about her grandfather, her mother, and the half-brother I've never met but love anyway because mommy says love isn't limited by walls people build. Sophia begins dating again, slowly, carefully. A pediatric cardiologist named Daniel who volunteers at her housing clinics. He knows her whole story. Never flinches. Noah's 7th birthday, Leia sends one photo via secure email. Noah holding a soccer trophy, gap-toothed grin. Sophia prints it, puts it in a drawer next to Ava's baby pictures. Alexander retires, mostly. Spends days teaching Ava chess and telling her wildly exaggerated stories about his early startup days. Last scene. Sophia and Ava on the same balcony from years ago. City lights below. Ava leaning on railing, "Mom, do you ever hate them?" Grandpa says you could have destroyed them completely. Sophia, quiet laugh, "I thought about it. A lot." Ava, "Why didn't you?" Sophia turns, looks at her daughter, all long limbs and thoughtful eyes. Sophia, "Because hate is heavy, baby. And I wanted my hands free to hold you. To build things. To help other mommies who feel like the world is laughing at them." Ava thinks about it. "Ava, I think you made the right choice." Sophia kisses the top of her head. Sophia, "Me too." Camera pulls back slowly. Mother and daughter silhouetted against the glittering Atlanta skyline. Voiceover, Sophia, gentle, reflective. "Sometimes the greatest revenge isn't destruction. It's living so well, so loudly, so completely, that the people who tried to erase you can't look away from the life they lost the right to touch." Soft piano swells. But legacies don't end. They multiply. Then smaller text. "If you know a woman rebuilding her life, send her this story. Tell her we see her. Tell her she's not alone." And if Sophia and Ava's journey gave you hope, hit like, share, subscribe. Because the best chapters are still being written. Fade to black. 3 years later. October 2030. Atlanta has changed. So has she. Fade in. A crisp autumn morning. The Vanderbilt estate gardens are ablaze with red maples and golden ginkgos. Ava Vanderbilt is now 11 years old. Tall for her age, long dark hair in a high ponytail, wearing a Navy school blazer over jeans and bright purple sneakers. She is practicing soccer penalties against a portable net set up on the back lawn. Each shot is precise. Focused. Angry in the best possible way. Sophia, 34 now, watches from the stone patio steps, coffee mug in both hands, wearing a soft charcoal sweater and reading glasses pushed up into her hair. She doesn't interrupt. She just watches her daughter become something fierce and beautiful. Alexander, now 68, silver hair, still impeccable posture, walks out carrying a plate of fresh sliced apples. Alexander, quiet, amused, "She's got your temper and my aim." Dangerous combination. Sophia, small smile, "She's got more than that. She's got questions." Alexander follows her gaze. Ava slams another shot into the top corner, then turns toward them. Ava calling out, "Mom. Grandpa, come kick with me." Sophia sets her mug down. Sophia, "Give me 5 minutes to lose spectacularly." Ava grins, big, unguarded, perfect. But the grin falters just a little when she notices something in her mother's expression. "Ava, softer, you okay?" Sophia walks down the steps, kisses the top of Ava's head. Sophia, "Better than okay. Just thinking about how fast time moves when you're not looking." Cut to. Later that afternoon, Sophia's office at Vanderbilt Rise Communities. The organization now operates in 7 states. 41 completed housing communities. 3 job training academies. A scholarship fund named after Ava's middle name, Grace. Sophia is reviewing final plans for the newest project, Haven at Riverside, 212 units specifically for single mothers and their children fleeing domestic violence. Her assistant, Maya, mid-20s, bright, fiercely loyal, knocks and enters. "Maya, you have a visitor." He wouldn't give his name. Said it was personal. Security cleared him. Sophia looks up, curious but not alarmed. "Sophia, send him in." The door opens. Ethan Harrington steps inside. He is 37 now. Still tall, but thinner. Hair shorter, starting to gray at the temples. Clean-shaven. Wearing a plain gray hoodie, jeans, work boots. No trace of the polished real estate prince from years ago. He looks like a man who has spent a long time carrying things he cannot put down. Sophia doesn't stand. She simply looks at him. Long, steady silence. Ethan, voice rough, I didn't come to beg. I know better now. Sophia, then why are you here, Ethan? Ethan reaches into his hoodie pocket slowly, security outside the door tenses, and pulls out a plain white envelope. He places it on the edge of her desk. Ethan, Noah's medical records. The last 3 years. Every scan, every blood test, every note. He's been cancer-free for 26 months. Sophia doesn't touch the envelope. Sophia, I already know he's healthy. Leia sends updates twice a year. Through a third-party email. As agreed. Ethan nods, unsurprised. Ethan, she told me. I just needed you to see the papers yourself. So you'd know it wasn't wasted. What you did. Sophia finally looks down at the envelope, then back at him. Sophia, it was never about waste. It was about a child. Ethan swallows hard. Ethan, I know. And I know I don't get to ask for anything. Ever. But I wanted to tell you in person. He asks about you sometimes. Not a lot. Just. Do you think Sophie still remembers me? Sophia's jaw tightens, the only sign that the words landed. Ethan, continuing quietly, he doesn't know who you really are. Leia never told him the whole story. Just that you were a very kind lady who helped when no one else would. He thinks you're, like a guardian angel or something. A ghost of a smile flickers across Sophia's face despite herself. Sophia, kids make up the stories they need. Ethan, he wants to thank you. In person. Just once. Whenever you're ready. Or never. That's fine too. Sophia studies him for a long moment. Sophia, and you? What do you want? Ethan looks straight at her, no evasion this time. Ethan, I want to tell you I'm sorry. Not the quick, drunk, crying on the phone sorry from years ago. The real one. The one that lives in my bones now. I was weak. Cruel. Greedy. I believed my mother when she said you were nothing. I let her poison everything good we had. And when I realized what I'd thrown away, it was already too late. He takes a shaky breath. Ethan, I don't want forgiveness. I know that's not mine to have. I just needed you to hear it from someone who finally understands the size of the damage. Silence again. Sophia stands slowly. Walks around the desk. Stops 2 feet away from him. Sophia, voice very low, do you know what the hardest part was, Ethan? Not the divorce. Not the humiliation. Not even watching you celebrate while I stood there pregnant and bleeding inside. She pauses. Sophia, the hardest part was realizing I had loved a version of you that never really existed. And that I had spent years trying to become small enough for a man who was always going to need me to disappear. Ethan flinches, visibly. Sophia, I don't hate you anymore. Hate takes energy I don't have. But I also don't owe you comfort. Or closure. Or a redemption arc. She looks past him toward the window, Atlanta's skyline soft in October light. Sophia, tell Noah, if he still wants to meet me when he's 13, I'll think about it. Not before. He deserves to be a kid without carrying adult mistakes. Including yours. Ethan nods once. Slow. Grateful. Ethan, thank you. He turns to leave. At the door he stops. Ethan, without turning around, you built something real here. Something I could never touch. I see it every day on the news. I see your name on buildings. I see women walking taller because of you. A long beat. Ethan, I'm proud of you, Sophia. Even if I have no right to say it. He opens the door. Sophia speaks before he can step out. Sophia, Ethan. He freezes. Sophia, raise your son to be better than you were. That's the only thing left you can give me. Ethan's shoulders drop, acceptance, not defeat. Ethan, quiet, I'm trying. The door closes softly behind him. Sophia stands motionless for almost a minute. Then she picks up the envelope, opens it, looks at the first page, a clean PET scan report dated last month. She exhales. Sets it aside. Returns to her work. Montage next 18 months, 2030 to 2032. Ava turns 12. She starts a small coding club at school to teach younger girls basic app development. She names it Rise Code. Sophia is invited to speak at the White House for a summit on housing insecurity. She brings Ava as her +1. Ava wears her first real pantsuit and shakes hands with people who run countries. Noah turns 10. Leia sends a video. First time ever Noah blowing out candles on a soccer ball cake. In the background he says, "This is for Sophie too, wherever she is." Sophia watches it alone in her office at 1:17 a.m. She cries not from pain, but from something gentler. Alexander has a minor heart scare. Nothing permanent, but enough to make him announce semi-retirement, again. He spends most afternoons teaching Ava how to negotiate mock business deals over ice cream. Sophia and Daniel, the cardiologist, become quietly serious. No big announcements. Just weekends together. Slow walks. Shared silences. He meets Ava officially over Sunday brunch. Ava likes him because he doesn't try too hard to be cool. Final arc begins spring 2032. Ava is 13, almost 14. She comes home from school one Tuesday with a question she's clearly been holding for weeks. Ava, sitting on the kitchen island, "Mom, Noah's birthday is next month. He'll be 11. Sophia pauses while chopping vegetables. Sophia, "Yes. Ava, I've been thinking. I'd like to meet him. Not forever. Just once. So I know what he looks like when he smiles. So I know he's real." Sophia sets the knife down. Turns fully to face her daughter. "Sophia, you've thought about this a lot." "Ava, every day for like 3 years. Sophia walks over, stands between Ava's knees, hands on her thighs. "Sophia, why now?" "Ava, soft, because I'm old enough to understand why you protected me from all of it. But I'm also old enough to decide I want to know my brother. Even if it's complicated. Even if it hurts a little." Sophia searches her daughter's face, sees no fear, only quiet certainty. "Sophia, after a long breath, okay?" Ava's eyes widen. "Ava, really?" "Sophia, one meeting. Neutral place. No promises. No pressure. And I'll be right there the whole time." Ava throws her arms around Sophia's neck. Ava, muffled, "Thank you, Mommy." Sophia holds her tight. Sophia, whispering, "You're braver than I was at your age." Cut to 1 month later, neutral location, a small private park pavilion on the Chattahoochee River. Late April. Dogwoods still blooming. Sophia and Ava arrive first. Sophia wears sunglasses even though it's overcast, more habit than necessity now. Ava fidgets with the hem of her denim jacket. A black SUV pulls up 5 minutes later. Leia gets out first, looking healthier, steadier. She's completed her degree in healthcare administration. Works at a pediatric clinic now. Then the back door opens. Noah steps out. 11 years old. Dark curls. Freckles across his nose. Wearing a Real Madrid jersey and holding a soccer ball under one arm. He sees Ava first. Then Sophia. He freezes. Leia puts a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Leia, soft, go on, baby." Noah walks forward slowly. Ava steps forward at the same moment. They stop about 5 feet apart. Ava, shy smile, "Hi. I'm Ava." Noah, voice cracking just a little, "I'm Noah. I know who you are. Mom told me last year. When I asked why Sophie helped us so much." He looks at Sophia. "Noah, you're my sister's mom." Sophia removes her sunglasses. "Sophia, gentle, and you're my daughter's brother." Noah looks between them. "Noah, I brought something." He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a small, slightly bent thank you card, the kind kids make in art class. "Noah, I made it when I was 9. After the last big scan. I never sent it because I didn't know if you'd want it." He holds it out to Sophia. She takes it carefully. Inside, in careful crayon handwriting. "Thank you for saving my life. I hope you have a good life too. Love, Noah." Sophia's eyes fill. She doesn't try to hide it. "Sophia, voice thick, it's the most beautiful card I've ever received." Noah looks at Ava again. "Noah, do you play soccer?" Ava grins. "Ava, every day." "You?" "Noah, every day too." "Ava, wanna kick a little?" "Just over there." Noah looks at Leia, she nods. Then at Sophia, she nods. The two children walk toward the open grass, kicking the ball back and forth. Not talking much. Just kicking. Smiling. Existing in the same space. Sophia and Leia stand side by side, watching. Long silence. Leia, quiet, I never thought this day would come. Sophia, neither did I. Leia, thank you for letting it happen. Sophia, thank you for raising him to be kind. Another long pause. Leia, Ethan, he's doing better. Not great, but better. Works full-time at a housing nonprofit now. Doesn't drink anymore. Sophia doesn't respond, doesn't need to. They watch the kids laugh when Ava fakes Noah out and scores. Final scene, late that evening. Back at the estate. Ava is in her room, FaceTiming a friend, telling the story in excited whispers. Sophia stands on the balcony, same one from years ago. Alexander joins her with 2 mugs of tea. Alexander, how is it? Sophia, hard. Good. Strange. Perfect. Alexander, and you? Sophia leans against the railing, looking at the city lights. Sophia, I think. I finally closed the last door I didn't realize was still open. She turns to her father. Sophia, not with anger. Not with revenge. Just with presence. With truth. With my daughter holding my hand. Alexander puts his arm around her shoulders. Alexander, soft, you didn't just survive them, kid. You outgrew them. Sophia smiles, real, peaceful, unguarded. Sophia, we all did. Camera slowly pulls back. Mother and father on the balcony. Lights of Atlanta below. Somewhere in the city, 2 boys, one named Noah, one named Regret, sleep under different roofs. But tonight, for the first time in many years, the circle feels quiet. Not perfect. Not finished. Just quiet. And that is enough. Voiceover, Sophia, calm, warm, certain. Some stories end with fireworks. Some with silence. Ours ended with 2 children kicking a soccer ball back and forth on a spring afternoon. And sometimes, that's the loudest victory of all. Soft cello returns. 5 years after the park by the river. Spring 2037. Atlanta has grown kinder. Or maybe we just learned to see the kindness that was always there. Fade in. Soft golden morning light. The Vanderbilt estate is different now, still grand, but softer. Wildflower meadows have replaced some of the formal gardens. A new cedar greenhouse glows in the distance. Children's laughter echoes from somewhere unseen. Ava Vanderbilt is 18. She stands on the same balcony that has witnessed every major turning point of the last decade. Tall, poised, dark hair in loose waves down her back. Wearing a simple white sundress and the same purple sneakers she's refused to throw away since she was 11. In her hands, an acceptance letter from Stanford, computer science/social impact track. She's not smiling yet. She's absorbing it. Sophia, now 39, steps out behind her, barefoot, coffee in one hand, hair still slightly sleep-mussed. Sophia, you read it 3 times already. The words aren't going to change. Ava, quiet laugh, I know. It just feels like the end of something and the beginning of something at the exact same second. Sophia comes beside her, leans on the railing. Sophia, that's what growing up feels like most days. Ava turns to look at her mother. Really look. Ava, you never got to do this part. The normal college acceptance letter morning. You had boardrooms and suitors and Ethan. Sophia's expression flickers, not pain anymore, just a gentle acknowledgement of old weather that has long since passed. Sophia, I had something better. I had you. From the very beginning. They stay quiet for a moment, watching the sun climb higher. Ava, I want to ask you something I've never asked before. Sophia raises an eyebrow, curious, not defensive. Ava, do you ever wonder what would have happened if you hadn't signed those papers that Thanksgiving? If you'd fought right then instead of walking away? Sophia takes a slow breath. Sophia, every once in a while. But mostly I wonder what would have happened if I'd stayed small. If I'd believed I deserved the version of love they were offering. She turns fully to Ava. Sophia, the moment I walked out that door in the snow, that was the first honest choice I ever made for myself. Everything beautiful that came after, you, this house, the work, the people we help, all of it grew from that one ugly, freezing, terrifying walk to the car. Ava's eyes shine. Ava, I'm proud to be your daughter. Sophia, voice catching, and I'm proud you chose to be mine. They hug, long, fierce, wordless. Cut to 3 weeks later, Stanford campus, move-in day. Ava is unloading boxes from the back of a sleek black SUV, one of the few visible signs of wealth she allows herself. Sophia and Alexander help carry things. Daniel, now Sophia's husband of 3 years, is there too, steady and calm, joking with Ava about dorm room feng shui. A small crowd has gathered, not because they know who Ava is, but because there's something magnetic about the way this family moves together, confident without arrogance, joyful without performance. A freshman girl with bright pink hair stops, watches for a moment, then approaches. Pink hair girl, hi, sorry to bother you. Are you Ava Vanderbilt? The one who started Rise Code in middle school. Ava, surprised, pleased, yeah, that's me. Pink hair girl, I'm Priya. I used your open source curriculum to teach coding to girls in my refugee center back home last summer. It changed everything for them. For me too. Ava's face lights up. Ava, you're kidding. Wow. Thank you for telling me. Priya, no, thank you. And, your mom is kind of famous around here too. The housing stuff. People talk about it in my social impact seminars. Sophia overhears, smiles quietly, doesn't interrupt. Priya to Sophia, you're the reason a lot of us believe we can actually fix things instead of just study them. Sophia, the moment I walked out that door in the snow, that was the first honest choice I ever made for myself. Everything beautiful that came after, you, this house, the work, the people we help, all of it grew from that one ugly, freezing, terrifying walk to the car. Ava's eyes shine. Ava, I'm proud to be your daughter. Sophia, voice catching, and I'm proud you chose to be mine. They hug, long, fierce, wordless. Cut to 3 weeks later, Stanford campus, move-in day. Ava is unloading boxes from the back of a sleek black SUV, one of the few visible signs of wealth she allows herself. Sophia and Alexander help carry things. Daniel, now Sophia's husband of 3 years, is there too, steady and calm, joking with Ava about dorm room feng shui. A small crowd has gathered, not because they know who Ava is, but because there's something magnetic about the way this family moves together, confident without arrogance, joyful without performance. A freshman girl with bright pink hair stops, watches for a moment, then approaches. Pink hair girl, hi, sorry to bother you. Are you Ava Vanderbilt? The one who started Rise Code in middle school. Ava, surprised, pleased, yeah, that's me. Pink hair girl, I'm Priya. I used your open source curriculum to teach coding to girls in my refugee center back home last summer. It changed everything for them. For me too. Ava's face lights up. Ava, you're kidding. Wow. Thank you for telling me. Priya, no, thank you. And, your mom is kind of famous around here too. The housing stuff. People talk about it in my social impact seminars. Sophia overhears, smiles quietly, doesn't interrupt. Priya to Sophia, you're the reason a lot of us believe we can actually fix things instead of just study them. Leia looks at Ava, sees how much she looks like Sophia, and also how much she carries her own light. Leia, he's nervous about his speech. He wrote half of it about you too, but he's afraid it'll sound weird. Sophia, let him say what he needs to say. Graduation proceeds. Noah walks across the stage. Accepts diploma. Grins that same gap-toothed grin from the thank you card years ago, now filled in. Then, the senior speeches. Noah is third. He steps to the mic, hands visibly shaking. Noah, when I was little, I got very sick. Doctors said the odds weren't great. But someone I didn't even know decided my life was worth fighting for. She didn't have to. She had every reason not to. But she did. He pauses. Looks toward the back. Noah, I never knew how to thank her properly. So I'm going to try now in front of everyone. He takes a breath. Noah, thank you, Sophia. For saving me when saving me must have hurt more than anything. Thank you for letting me have a mom who got to be proud of me instead of ashamed. Thank you for giving me a big sister I never thought I'd have. He looks straight at Ava. Noah, Ava, I know we didn't grow up together. But every time I score a goal, I imagine you're watching and yelling, "That's my brother," even though you're probably rolling your eyes. Soft laughter ripples through the crowd. Noah, voice cracking, "I'm going to UNC Chapel Hill next year on a soccer scholarship. I want to study public health. I want to help kids who get sick the way I did. Not because I'm some hero, but because someone once believed I was worth saving. And now I believe every kid is." He looks at Sophia again. "Noah, I don't know if forgiveness is the right word. I think maybe the right word is gratitude. And love. And family. Even when it's messy. Even when it took 15 years to find each other." He raises his diploma slightly. "Noah, this one's for you too." The crowd erupts. Ava is crying openly. Sophia has tears running down her face, but she's smiling, wide, real, peaceful. After the ceremony, Noah finds them outside. No awkwardness. No ceremony. He just walks up and hugs Ava first, long, tight. Then he turns to Sophia. "Noah, can I?" Sophia opens her arms. They hug, the kind of hug that carries 15 years of silence and makes it feel small compared to what comes next. Noah, whispering, "Thank you for coming." Sophia, whispering back, "Thank you for turning out to be you." Leia watches from a distance. Smiles. Nods once to Sophia. A gesture that says everything. Final montage, 2040 to 2045. Ava graduates Stanford with honors. Starts a tech nonprofit that uses AI to match unhoused families with available housing and services faster than any government system. It becomes a model adopted in 14 countries. Sophia steps back from day-to-day leadership of Vanderbilt Rise. Becomes board chair. Spends more time writing essays, a memoir of her own called The Weight I Stopped Carrying. Noah graduates UNC. Becomes a pediatric oncology nurse. Marries a kind woman named Elena. They name their first daughter Grace, after Ava's middle name. Alexander passes peacefully at 78. His funeral is small, intimate. Ava speaks. Sophia speaks. Noah speaks. 3 children of different mothers, different paths, same unbreakable love for the man who learned, late, but completely, how to be a grandfather. Last scene, spring 2045. The same balcony. Sophia is 47 now. Silver threads in her hair. Laugh lines deep and beautiful. Ava, 26, stands beside her, engaged to a woman named Maya. Yes, the same Maya who was once her assistant. Life has beautiful circles. Noah, 23, is there too, holding his 6-month-old daughter Grace. They're not there for a big announcement. They're just there, watching the sunset. Ava, you know what I realized last week? Sophia, tell me. Ava, the story I tell myself about that Thanksgiving isn't about betrayal anymore. It's about the moment you decided you were worth more than the version they wanted you to be. Sophia looks at her children. Ava, Noah, little Grace gurgling in Noah's arms. Sophia, and you too, you're the proof I was right. Noah, soft, we're the proof you were brave. They stay quiet as the sky turns every shade of pink and gold. Sophia speaks last, voice steady, warm, full. Sophia, some people think healing means forgetting the hurt. I think healing means remembering it. And then choosing, every single day, to build something kinder on top of it. She looks at the horizon. Sophia, we did that. Ava rests her head on Sophia's shoulder. Noah kisses little Grace's forehead. The camera slowly pulls back. For generations on one balcony. Atlanta glowing below. Rain from earlier has left everything clean and glittering. Voiceover, Sophia, calm, certain, loving. The ones who tried to erase us. Gave us the space to become unforgettable. Not through revenge. Not through power. But through presence. Through persistence. Through choosing love. When every instinct screamed to choose hate. Soft piano plus cello together now. Text fades in one last time. This is not the end. This is the proof that stories keep growing. Long after the pain stops being the loudest part. If you are still healing. If you are still choosing kindness. If you are still writing your next chapter. Know this. You are not alone. You never were. Share this with someone who needs to remember. The hardest seasons. often produce the strongest roots. Hit like if you've ever chosen grace when you wanted to choose fire. Share if someone once told you you wouldn't make it, and you did anyway. Subscribe if you believe the best revenge is a life so beautiful they can't look away. Fade to black.